Good morning, everyone. I'm here again today. It is the 4th of September, and I'm working on the same journal. I'm going to actually call this journal Virginia because I can't go through how it came about. It's a commissioned journal, but anyway, I'll just call it Virginia, and then you'll know. But I was watching Angela Kerr a video, and she was making a pocket. So I'm going to try to do what she did. The only difference is she has a window pocket, and I didn't have an envelope with one. This is just junk mail. So what I've done so far is open the sides of the envelope. Like here, I would open this and this side, leave that flap there. I tried to open it, but it was tearing. So I don't know if there's a better way to do this or not. But anyway, so I did get them open, and then I folded those flaps back down so that they would be even on the edges and wouldn't look messy like torn. And then fold it in half like this. And then, well, actually then after the envelope, you fold it in half the opposite direction of the envelope. So the flap is sticking out here instead of the flap being up here. Okay, if you get what I'm talking about. All right, so then she covered this section here with I'm using cardstock because I printed it on cardstock by accident, but it will be setting up on top of this little square here of the back of the envelope, and will hang over the edge. So I'm fussy cutting this out right now to lay it up on there. So hopefully I can remember how she does this. She does some really unique pockets, and I've been wanting to do one of hers, but it's extremely detailed. But you know, it makes just a really beautiful pocket. Hers is done with a lot of flowers and things. And this one is envelope number 27 on her YouTube. I probably won't have a link to it, but if I do, I'll put it there. So see, this wasn't even printed even enough to, so I'll just kind of have to fake it, this part. Okay, and then I need to measure this so it hangs over a little bit, and then cut. I want it to hang over up here, and it'll like that. So I'm just going to mark that with my pencil. I know that it's about right here and about right there. So let me just cut it with my trimmer. Again, a mess. I'm still working on getting my room cleaned up. But, you know, even if I do, I still will have a mess, I'm sure. Just all trying to find my mark here. And make sure I try to do this straight. Okay. I don't need this envelope. That one I didn't use. You do need 2 envelopes, but I'll get to that part. I haven't got that far yet. So I'm going to ink this up. This is a new ink. It's Vintage Photo, but I mean it's a new ink pad. And sometimes it just comes on a little too strong in the beginning. Keep forgetting. Okay. And this one I'm not going to do like real fancy dancy because I want to use some of the horse things that I have to put in because she likes horses. So I thought I'd use that for that. Okay. So let me pause here for a second and I'll get the second part going. Okay? Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to let you know too that if my video just cuts off, it's because I didn't put my phone on airplane mode, because in case my mom needs to call me, I want to be able to have the phone to answer it as soon as she would, if she needed to help with something. So anyway, I'm trying to do the Angela Kerr little pocket thing, booklet, and I watched the video. I'm not sure I remember exactly how to do it, and a lot of times I don't do it the way they do it. I just use their inspiration. But I did notice here that I'm using a junk mail envelope. I don't know, maybe next time I don't think it is necessary, although she did want to use one. She did use one that had the opening, but I didn't have anything that was the right size. So with that, so anyway, I'm doing it without, and I'm just going to decorate it. But one thing for sure, this all needs to be inked, all these edges, because in case you don't get it completely covered with your papers that you're planning to use. Now, the one she did was very dressy. I call it dressy because it's got a lot of flowers and it was lacy and all that, which I am going to use some of her lace designs. She has a Etsy shop, and I'll try to link those in the description below. Okay, so now this is the one that you open the envelope, and I glued down those two edges, but when the envelope actually comes this way, but you fold it in half this way, and then then you're going to fold it up, and then you have the flap of the envelope that's going to be here, which is going to actually be tucked in to the booklet. Okay, and so the first thing that needs to be done is, this is the front cover, and this was her one of her lace digitals, and she took it and laid it right on top of this square, so it measured out to fit right over there. But I used, and she did too, a little extra on the edges so that it flips over. And I used cardstock for this because I don't think that by lifting it open and closed, it's gonna get kind of messed up. Sorry, my throat's froggy. Okay, so I may glue this on first, and I'm not gonna probably decorate the whole thing right now because otherwise the video will be way too long, but I just want to do a lot of the construction part of it and show you. I guess I put some in here. Okay, and then it goes this way, hopefully. Okay, I think I need a little ink on this edge. Yeah, because I don't like any of this white to show from these envelopes. Okay, so now we've got that. Now you would decorate this, obviously. Okay, so then this side we need to put now over here I can glue this shut here. I'm just going to run a bead of glue right down this edge, and this here will be a pocket. And I think the reason she opened the envelope is because I'm gonna just ink it in here because I can see it. I don't like the white. I think the reason she opened the envelope that way is to get inside to work on the part that, this keeps moving on me, I don't know why. Well, it's too late now. So she could cut the window out and everything, but you don't need to. Okay, so now we're going to fold this side, and then I put a little X here because that's what needs to be covered in paper. So let me see what papers I'm going to use. It doesn't really matter. You can, this one looks good to me. So let me cut this down to size. Put this out of the way a little bit. And my ruler. I just want to cut off some of this on this edge so I don't waste the whole sheet. Okay, so we know we need this much. Just mark this here. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a good day. It's hot. It's hot here. It has been hot and humid. But it doesn't feel like it's going to be rainy today, so that's good. I'm just going to line this up on my mat somewhat so I can get this up here and straight on that one. Okay. Now we need to take off this little edge. Remembering which is the top. This part here, we're going to glue it down. I just didn't glue it yet. Okay, so now we need some ink in here. Some people use those little makeup brushes, but this isn't going to show, but if it did. And because this is going to fold, you don't want your paper to be so close to the edge. Actually, I probably have it too close there. So close to the edge that you can't fold it. Okay, so let me ink. Oh, this one needs to be cut off just a little bit. Let me make sure. I think. Just a tiny bit. Okay. And if you want to know how to cut straight, when you're cutting, like if you mark it here and there, and you just put your scissor there and look at that mark ahead, like with the long scissors, look at the mark. Don't look where you're cutting. Just look at the little mark up there. Keep going to the mark, and your cut will generally be straight. That works in a lot of different applications when you're crafting or having to do something straight. Even when I'm sewing and I have to sew across the fabric, like diagonally. If I look at this corner and I start at this corner and look there, the whole time I'm sewing, I will sew straight across. Okay, so let me put this little piece on here. This is going to be a pocket in here, so we're not using any of this decoration here area for pockets. I guess I could have used a glue stick to do this, but I think it'll hold. Okay, make sure your design's going the way you want it. Make sure you leave just a tad on that side because you're going to fold it here. This part here is going to be stuck in behind another envelope, the second envelope, so you won't see that. Okay, and then we're going to put a piece of design on this side. No, it's not big enough. Something a little plainer because I want to put a little belly band on that side. This is one of her papers also, dry paper. I probably, and I cut it off a little bit, and that's why I'm using it for this. I could have used it for a page, but I forgot to shrink it to fit. I often forget that when I'm printing. Okay, set that on there like that, and I hope that's pretty straight. I may may have to trim that off on the other side. You wouldn't think, but these envelopes that are the free ones that you get with junk mail, or they're not junk mail, you probably get a bill and it's with your bill. They're not straight. Not straight. All right, so let me ink these pieces here. Probably have to cut off part of it. Okay. Let me grab my glue stick. All right, where are you? Well, I guess I won't be grabbing it. I'll be using this. All right, glitter glue. I don't know why that side is a little shorter. Okay, so then here I'm gonna make like a little tiny belly band, or you know, I mean, I could even use something like this and make a little tuck for a little card or something, but she did a belly band on hers and I thought it was cute. Okay, so that gets folded down. Now we've got to cover this side, and this is gonna be glued shut. No, wait a minute. I'm not going to glue that shut yet. I may want to tuck a pocket in, a little journal card in there. I'm not sure. Not sure. So I'm going to leave that open, and I'll put another piece of paper there. Let's see if I can find something coordinated with that. I can use one of these. This one here is Artie Mae's. Not sure what the name offhand. I wrote it on the last video that I did. I put the name of it. I think it's, well, it's not the construction zone construction kit. That was different. I don't know. I buy so many that I don't know what they are when I'm when I need to know. I don't. It's really pretty though. It's really pretty. I love these colors. Let me ink this up under here. I don't want to ink up that. So her video is, it's envelope 27, Angela Kerr Designs. Angela Kerr Designs. And this is just a tad too. I was just going to get a new glue stick because I don't know what I did with it. I think I might have taken it in the other room. Just gluing some things earlier. And I use this Scotch Create glue stick. It's permanent glue, and I really like it. And I have tried some other glues. I tried the Elmer's and I didn't like that. It peeled back up. And I also use the Yoo-Hoo glue. And that might work. It's just I think I bought the wrong kind. I didn't buy the right one. Okay, so I did have this cut. She did a little pocket. She took one of the doily prints, one of her prints like this little doily, only it was this one with the lacy look, and she just cut around it and then she folded it in like that, and then lifted up this end to fit in there. I'm going to ink this and then I'll glue it, and it makes a little pocket, a double pocket actually. It's kind of like how I fold coffee filters. You know how they're round? Okay. Mine didn't come out exactly even, but it'll work. I don't know if I want to cut a little slit up there. I'm going to glue it down first. And if I would have done these to shrink to fit the paper, my little doily would have been right on. But it's really cute, really pretty. Okay, so then you close this up down the sides, and then glue those down. Then that makes a little tuck spot. Everything's got to fall over. Okay, so see, that'll be cute. Put a couple little things inside there. And this gets glued down to this area. I wonder though, should I put yeah, I think I need to put a little just a little thing right here. I think that's about center. Just kind of lets people know that there's an opening. Okay, well, that goes like that. Now I'm just going to glue, actually I think I'm going to glue the whole back on to this, because there's a space for a pocket and another little pocket, so I don't think we need 3 pockets. As it is, it'll be bulky with all the little ephemera in each of the pockets. Okay, so we'll just do that. Yeah, let's see, I had trying to fill up this collage sheet as I go too, so I can make a journal card with it. Then it coordinates with all of the other things. Okay. That piece is kind of big. I think I'll wait on that piece. Okay, so now we have that. And then this, I'm going to put a little belly band. I'm going to do something a little more contrasting for the belly band. And then we got a little pocket here and a little pocket here. And this is the flap that goes behind the other envelope. So now we can set this aside and work on the other one. So this envelope is basically just your typical envelope, and it's going to sit like, this will be the front of the envelope here. And this little guy is going to sit over the top of that, like that. It's going to hook on back there. Okay, so, and I wasn't sure how that looked on the back because I don't think she showed it. So I'm going to have to like put a piece of paper there, I guess. Okay, so this one is open, and I cut this down because it didn't fit inside the journal page. The envelope was too big, so I'm just going to glue those back down. And actually, I may leave this end open for a long pocket. Let me just get this all inked. I don't know what part's going to show and what's not going to show, so the flap, I believe we need the flap. Now that I've moved rooms, I'm a little closer to the road. I didn't realize that I would hear more traffic out there. Okay, so I cut that envelope down, so this piece doesn't fit anymore, so I have to trim it to make it fit. This one is another one of her papers, and all I did was just to go around it with the, I fussy cutted the edge there, and then I'm gonna lay this here so that some of that hangs over the edge. And then I'm going to trim this with my trimmer. Okay, pin. I put this little rubber band on here to remind me to clip it on there, but I forget. Okay. Lined up. Should be straight. This might fit over the top. I think it's a little too, yeah. We'll do something different. Okay, so now I want to make sure I've got this going right. So this part here hinges into the journal, or it can be glued onto a journal page, I believe. But I'll just wait and see how that works. Okay, so let me cut this part down. That was too long. Okay. Hopefully my table's not shaking. I've got it secured better. And if it does jerk a little bit, hopefully we can live with it. Did I cut that down? I think I did. All right, now this is going to be out there. This is going to be through to here, and that's going to show. It's not straight. Even with my cutter. Okay, and that's going to be in the flap. And this will be a pocket back here too. I'm pretty sure. I think she had a pocket up here too, so. Okay, well anyway, I know that this gets glued down to here. and no glue there because we want it to, well, I could put some glue way back here because I want that to stick out. Okay, put that down. Going to go like that. Let me just check this and make sure it's the way I think it should be. And that goes over that like that. And then this gets decorated up here a little bit, a little decoration down here. And this opens like this. I feel like I should have put this in between that. You know, I'm going to do that. I don't know that she did. I didn't see her do that. But this needs to get hinged in. And I think that that would be the place to hinge it. Because this is going to go into the edge of a jar, you know, either it as the signature, part of the signature, or to clip on to the edge of a page. Yeah, I think that works that way. You know, you watch the video and you watch a few times, and but I didn't, yeah, that's all dried up. I didn't see her add it into a journal. She just, that was the end of the video. So I'm going to do it that way. And it's not upside down, that's good. Okay, so now this part is pretty easy. Okay, so we take one of our digital pages or whatever page you want to use, and you're going to measure across this section to make sure that you have enough to cover here, like this. Actually, we're gonna glue it here, but so you need to fold this over, and I had to cut off about, I think this much here. Yeah, I cut off about this much off the edge of the page, about an inch, so that it would fold over, and then I would have this area here to make like a tuck. So this area here, so you can put little cards in there. And then that gets glued down to here. And I might have been able to fold it a little more back because that's showing, but I guess I'll just leave it. So, and this part, I'm going to sew it before I glue it on. And actually, I was thinking about maybe putting a piece of lace down before I sew that too, where the opening is, because this is just paper. It's not heavy. This is ripped, but it'll be okay because it'll be glued down. Okay, so that goes that way. And that goes that way. So this part gets glued down to here. Not get glued down. Okay, so I want to put some lace along the edge of this. Because I think that would be pretty. Just like that. I wonder, I think I'll sew it onto the back of it. All right. So let me just run to the sewing machine real quick and sew this edge right there. And just put it on zigzag. My fingers are all stuck to the paper. Plus I'm going to put, at the bottom of this, I'm going to put some lace going down there too. It will hang below when I get ready to decorate. Okay, so that looks cute. And I'm going to put that on top of there. So let me ink this up here a little bit because it's showing. All right, so now I'm going to stitch across this here and here. I don't know if I need to stitch it here too, but maybe I'll just stitch across the whole thing. Okay, 1 minute. My thread. I probably cut it off too short the last time. Okay, do it again. One more stitch. Okay, I was going to sew it across the top of this, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so then that gets glued onto there. Now we don't want to glue it where the pocket is shut. Okay, let me think about this for a second, because if I leave a pocket there, and that would be impossible to get into on the side like that. So I'm not going to, we'll just glue it straight down. But we're going to leave this pocket open. So, I don't want to glue that part. Yeah, so we're just gonna actually we're just gonna glue this whole thing on here like this. because the pocket is going to be up in here. I think I'm doing it right, but you never know. Okay, so I'll move that over a little bit. Oh, this is all white. I should have inked that before I glued it on in the back. Not used to it having it hang over. Okay, so now we've got a pocket here. And we could put several little items right there. And then we'll have a pocket up here. And I'm not going to put a cutout there, I guess, because it'll interfere with this design. I probably should have used, what do you call it, glue? Fix It. Fabric, yeah, it's not gluing down. It's because where I sewed, just that little bit of fabric, the glitter glue doesn't really like to hold it very well. So let's just reinforce it with this. Try to keep this glue off anything that shows because it's shiny. It leaves it shiny. Okay. This. And like I've said before, I usually go back, make sure everything stays down, glued. Okay, so that's that. So I think that's pretty cute. I mean, now this needs to be covered. This is a pocket up here. Unless I glued it shut. No, I did not glue it shut. Maybe I left the bottom open. Okay, well, you know, what the heck did I do? That is the right way, but I left the bottom open. That's what I did. No, darn it. I'm just checking to see if I can't maybe wedge it back open again. That was not my intention. But that's what I do a lot. If you've watched my videos. Yeah, it's problem solved. I'm just gonna leave that open for a little while before I glue. There we go. It'll be fine, but I'll glue this down. There won't be any question about it again. Okay, so that one, that's open. And we'll put a tab on the pocket, on the journal card coming down. I'll put a tab at the bottom, at the top. That way they'll know that that's there. Okay, so now we need to cover this. Okay, let's see. This goes inside. Okay, so if I do a journal, let's see, let me get a journal page here. I made these little guys yesterday too. She wanted to make sure there was enough room for guests to sign. So I have this bridal guest book, and I took it apart and glued the pages together here, back to back, so that they would fold open like that. And it's got a little silver on the edge. I inked it, but it's still showing, you know, wedding silver. And then I had these old vintage cards. They were very well used, but I used them for little pockets. And then I made these little journal cards to go in those. So I have 3 of those for 3 signatures. All right, here's a journal page here. So if I put it in like this and sew it in, actually it would be on the inside like this. These would all be on the same side. This would be on the other side. So in that case, I could just leave this for now and then put something here, a piece of book page or journal page or something, and have a pocket over here, like a side pocket. Let's see if it was something like this, just for instance. And I would glue that in there like that, and then I'd have a little pocket on this side. And we turn it this way and have this one this way, and open this and open that. So I guess that would be it for today, and then I will decorate this and show you in the next video how it turns out. So I need to get some more things done for this journal and get it on its way. But I did those cards, and then I showed you these. That's just paper, and I have all the papers that I need to trim off and get ready to put in the pages in. So that'll be fun. I'll enjoy. And then I want to put a piece of lace down here like this that hangs down, I think. Maybe I thought I had this is very thin. I thought I had a pink ribbon. It just takes, oh here, this one might work. It takes a lot to go looking through ribbons and stuff to see what you have. That's pretty, but, oh, you know what, that would make a cute belly band. Okay, I like that for a belly band. All right. So gotta get it in between those. Okay, so let's see, get that. I like that for a belly band. Oh my goodness. You know, these glues are, they're the worst nightmare. Oops. Okay. Let's go over a little bit more. Let's see. I guess I'll glue it and trim it off because this will unravel. This lace really unravels. I think that's going to be cute though for the belly band. Yep, like And then I'll trim that later when it dries off the bottom. Okay. Well, that's going to be fun to decorate. Okay, so I guess that's it for today, and I will see you in the next video. Not sure when that'll be. If you like this video and you enjoy watching me, then you can always subscribe to my channel, because it would be nice for people to watch what I do. All right, thanks. Have a great day.